It has been just over 3 weeks that a well-loved and long-standing member of a Toronto mosque was suddenly and without provocation stabbed to death in the neck. The heinous crime, which may have been motivated by hate, has led to more than a dozen organizations banding together to call on the federal government to put a stop to white supremacist and neo-Nazi organizations in this country. Mohammed Aslam Zafis was murdered as he sat outside his mosque last month. The revelations in the ensuing days that the accused in this case, 34-year-old William von Newtigem, is suspected to have links to an extremist, satanic neo-Nazi group, has brought together a coalition of multi-faith groups. They have composed an open letter to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau saying more has to be done to combat this.
These kinds of white supremacist organizations are widespread. Their impact is a national problem that needs to be dealt with through a national action plan.
Anti-hate activists say that while this particularly extreme group may be operating as a fringe element in Canada, they say more organized groups are on the rise, from 100 a few years ago to over 300 now, including the 3%ers and Soldiers of Odin, who they say are militarizing and promoting violence.
Who they are is well known. Folks know who they are. Law enforcement knows who they are. And they cannot be allowed to continue to operate in Canada. It's that simple.
The open letter to the Prime Minister says Canadians, whether from Indigenous, Black, Muslim, Jewish, Sikh, Christian or other faiths and racialized communities, have faced attacks on our homes or places of worship and our congregants at the hands of white supremacist organizations. And more needs to be done to stop it.
Well, how important is it, do you think, to bring together all these diverse groups?
It is very important to see all those groups come together. I think sends a very, very strong signal. A Muslim is attacked, a Sikh is attacked, and a Jew is attacked, and a Black person is attacked. And if it's a Jew who's attacked, it's the same thing for the Muslims and the Sikh, and we're all in this together.
These groups acknowledge that the federal government wants to put a stop to hate groups. 2 were banned in Canada last year, but more has to be done, either with existing laws or new legislation must be put in place to prevent another tragedy such as the one that happened outside the IMO mosque.
The fact is that there's another dead person because we haven't taken action to shut these groups down.
Late this afternoon, the federal government sent CityNews a written response to the open letter on behalf of the Minister of Public Safety, saying they are constantly monitoring all forms of terrorism and actively working towards listing terrorist entities under the criminal code. For the full statement, go to our website, citynews.ca. Von Newtigem has been charged with first-degree murder, and while Toronto police are aware of the possible links the suspect has to extremist groups, they have not confirmed that they are investigating this homicide as a hate crime. In Toronto, I'm Pam Seatle, City News.